As you can see on your screen, this is the home page. So when you go to solarmarket.ug, this is the first thing you see. Now, SolarMarket platform, like you've heard and seen from the previous videos, is here to solve many challenges we face in this industry, and most importantly, sourcing. As installers, sometimes we don't have a very rich source of equipment, tools, and items that we need for our projects. And sometimes when you have an installation, for example, up country in Germany, you may find that it is expensive to get an installer from Kampala to go to Germany, whereas it is very easy if you have a place where you can find a trusted, verified installer in Germany who can even avail you some of the tools that you need on site. For example, ladders. You may not have the luxury of moving with very long ladders. Also navigating the place itself. So SolarMarket, first of all, is going to give you a link, a network of installers across the country. Secondly, at SolarMarket, we have a network, an array of suppliers of solar equipment, and these give exclusive discounts to the installers. So that being said, if you think you are ready to start earning, networking, and growing your career, you would want to first of all join the platform. So we're going to walk through how you join this platform. So on the home page, as you can see, there is very many links that take you to how to join. At the bottom, you could see register as a technician. Up, you could also see installers, register as an installer. It's the same thing. So here, let me use this here, register as an installer. So when you click register as an installer, it takes you to the registration page. Here you're going to fill the names, the name, first name. So let's begin doing this. I'm going to use some content. So I'm going to put that. And the username, let my username be John Ivan. You should get a username that is easy for you to always remember, for you to log in to access the site. So also use a very easy password, not easy, but easy for you to remember. Yes, and don't forget you are an installer. There are two buttons. One is buyer, which is the client, and the other one is installer, which is you joining as an installer. So you click installer. You check you have agreed to all terms and conditions. The terms and conditions have been page. You can read through them, and you say join. Now when you click join, it is going to take you to your profile. So just give it a minute, then it will take you to the profile it has just created. Email verification is required. Your email is not verified, please contact administrator. As soon as we verify your email address, then this notification will go off. You're required to verify your documents. As an installer, you will eventually have to verify. This is very important because we want anyone who gets in touch with you to have confidence that the person they are dealing with is authentic, experienced, and at the same time skilled in this job. That will be the last step. But for now, if you go on your upper right corner, you'll see where there's an avatar or your profile. So when you hover there, it will take you and you go to settings. Now at settings is where you're going to actually fill up your profile until you're ready to start to be displayed on the system, on the platform. Here use the same names that you have on your national ID. Yes, so use the same names you have on your national ID. Now, what is your tagline? Your tagline is how you want people to identify you. For example, you are an expert in solar water heaters. So your tagline can be, for example, I am an experienced solar water heater installer. That could be a tagline, or something else, something like, for example, you deal in domestic solar installations. You could say, I have 6 years of professional experience in domestic solar installations in Uganda. One of them. Okay, let me say you are a student and you've just graduated and you want to be on the platform as you grow your own career. Then you're going to say, I am a graduate student of electrical engineering with passion in solar irrigation systems. Just be creative in your own way and relate with your passion, relate with the kind of work you want the fellow installers or clients to associate with you. Now in my case, I'm going to just say an expert in solar systems installation and troubleshoot right, so that's my tagline. So how about description? How do I describe me as a person? Yeah, so how do you describe yourself? For example, what is the first paragraph of your CV? Who are you in this field? And what do you want to impress to anyone who is reading your biography? Just be creative, like I said. Ensure that you get this. You try as much as possible to impress whoever is going to be reading your profile. Yeah. So let me say, for example, okay, this may not sound the best, but I'm trying to be as creative as I can. You don't necessarily have to have very complicated English. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let me say I am a professional installer, maintenance engineer with repair knowledge of most solar equipment, including inverters, charge controllers, and solar panels. My work is affordable and the quality is guaranteed. I have vast experience working with Mascop, Solar Battery Plus, and other companies. Country. All right, so that's me. All right, so if you see, the country is already chosen. It's Uganda. We don't have any other country. So which districts am I based in? I'm based in Wakiso, for example. What type of installer am I? I'm a domestic solar systems installer. What skills do I have? I do domestic installation. I do commercial installation. I know mini grid installation. I know how to repair inverters. I also know how to design solar systems, and I know how to do support services. Now, support services, for example, if you're a student, you're most likely going to have support services. Or if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of knowledge in the solar space or experience, so support services is you supporting the installer. For example, people who lay cables, technicians who mount solar panels on the roof. It's manual labor, all other services. People who are graduates but are not confident enough to design their own systems, to install their own systems. So that is support service. Support service is more of a manual labor under supervision of a technician. We can go to languages. Which languages do you speak? You can say you speak, for example, English, all Eastern languages. So what is your hourly rate? Now, you may not mind so much about the hourly rate, but this is the amount of money if your work was billed in hours. So for example, me, 20,000 shillings. When you finish this step, you have to save and update. So let's save and update. Okay, now this is the best part. You're going to add your details, education details, and work details. Let's start. You come here and add new. Right, so add your degree title or company position. Let me add the certificate of electrical installation, and it is DIT. So where did you get that? For example, I got that at Buganda Royal Institute. Anyway, whatever. When was that? That was let me say 2020, in April 1st, 2022. There. And then I obtained vast knowledge and skill with this certificate. You can leave this blank, so it is not a must that you must have it. Okay, so it can be blank. You save this and you can update. So that is one. So it will give a notification. You leave it to load. Let me add something else. For example, the company was Mascop Limited, and I was technical mission from May, for example, 2016 up to 2019. Update. Please use actual figures, because what you're doing here is going to be referenced when we finish and we are uploading our documents for verification. If you say you did DIT at Uganda Royal Institute, make sure you mean it and make sure it is true. So finally, let me add, for example, I did a higher diploma in electrical engineering, and that was Kyambogo University. I did that in 2018 up to 2022, and I save. So now I am done with this part, and this is it. We are done. So this is how our profile actually looks like. When you come and hover here, you can say view profile. If you hover on your profile up here, you can say view profile. To open in a new window, you just take a look at how your profile looks like. So it is here, John Ivan. Yeah, this is my tagline, very long, but it should actually be very short. You don't need a long tagline. This is about me. If there is more work, it's always show load more. This is where I am. These are my languages. This is my skill and my qualification and background. Let's go back. So we have finished the profile. Let's go to identification here. Now, remember we said we have all these qualifications here, you see. We have a DIT certificate, we have well, I worked as a solar technician, and we also have a higher diploma in electrical engineering. Now, uploading identity information, we're trying to verify whether what you said is true. So the name here are the names that are on your national ID, and the documents that we want are the national ID, for example. Also want what you wrote there, the education certificates. Yes, education certificates, very important. And your address, where are you based? If the address is for example different from where you are, but even if it's the same, for example, me, I said I was based in Chira, Wakiso district. So here is where you upload the documents that you said you have. That is where you upload the documents from. So this is where you upload the documents from. So let me upload the documents. For example, here I have my installation certificate and national ID. So this is my national ID, and I also have my installation certificate. So I'll just drag and drop them here, and you'll see they'll keep loading. Now, may I have an installation certificate from ERA? I have a national ID which I have to upload, and I have to upload the certificate from Chambogo which I wrote. I also have to update the certificate from DIT. When I do that, I will then save, and the verification process will now begin. If you are verified with your documents, there will be a sign on your profile that says you have verified documents. If you don't do that, you may not appear in search. If someone wants to find an installer, for example, in Arua, and yes, you said you are in Arua, but because we don't know who you are, we shall not recommend you, or you will not appear in the search results for someone to contact you. We want people who contact you, our clients or fellow installers, to be sure of who you are. That will bring confidence, and that will make our platform legit. So let's go to account settings finally. If you want to, if, for example, you've forgotten your password, this is where you do it from. If you want to change your password, it's the same thing. If you want to make your profile photo visible to everyone, if you don't want it to be visible, that's where you do it from. So let's go back to profile settings. Profile settings, the first step we did, you can see that it said we submitted our documents and they are being verified. When they verify, this notification will go our way. So let us go back to the dashboard here. Now when you go to the dashboard, this is where you can upload your picture from. So you can say change avatar. So it will ask you to pick a picture, which is your picture, which you can change, and it will be cropped. Then after everything is done, you can see how your profile looks like to the public. So this is how it looks like. Very good. So in the next video, we shall see how you add task. A task is a service that you do. For example, if you are a solar systems installer, that is the service you do. The service includes you installing solar systems on homes or businesses. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in the next video.